Back in Christmas of 1973, my grandfather passed away, and he was a district deputy grand master, the first one out of my Blue Lodge, Ocean Lodge number 89. I wasn't really that familiar with Freemasonry. My dad is a Freemason, and he'd have a trestle board that used to sit on his desk. And at the bottom, it always used to say, "For Master Masons only." So I never looked at it because it wasn't for me. But when I attended my grandfather's funeral, it was just a few days before Christmas, it must have been like 30, 35 individuals came out on a Saturday morning to pay tribute to him at his funeral. That had a moving experience to me, to the point that Christmas, a few days later, I sent a note to my dad asking him to allow me to become a Master Mason. I remember sitting in lodge with my dad a few years later. There was a degree going on. It was a fellowcraft degree, and they were doing the lecture. And I looked at my father and said, "I can do that." And my father says, "Are you serious?" And I said, "Dead serious." He goes, "Then you better get in the line." So I went through the line, became master of my lodge twice. Went on through Grand Lodge, became a district deputy Grand Master, Grand Order, and eventually I rose to the ranks of Grand Master of Masons in the state of New Jersey. When I was Grand Master, both my sons, I have twin sons, became age of 21, and I was able to raise both of my sons while I was Grand Master. So it was like 4 generations right there: my grandfather, my father, myself, and my sons. I love the idea of tradition because of the fact that you're building upon something that somebody started. And it's deep within the family. And we all are doing the same thing the same way for all intents and purposes. But yet things do change from time to time. But just the idea that I was able to relive what my father and my grandfather had done, to me, there's nothing that could ever change that. It just makes me feel emotional. It makes me feel proud. And I'm proud because I'm doing something that my grandfather started by joining the organization, and I respected him a lot. So to be able to do what he did, as far as going through Ocean Lodge, going through the chairs, becoming a district deputy grand master, it made me connect deeper with my grandfather. The significance of all of us joining the same organization in the same lodge is extremely meaningful to me, because you stop and think, what I want for my children to do, whether they would want to join the same organization that I would want to join, or do the same thing that I would want to do, that would be the same thing that my father would want to do, the same thing that my grandfather would want to do. So just the idea that they became involved, that they wanted to join, just means the world to me.